Okay, I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, at the end of the winter season, when they were done cutting timber up in the woods, all out on the various tributaries of the Saginaw River,
Mm-hmm.
the logs would all be piled down into the stream, and then they would float down into Saginaw Bay City uh, with the lumberjacks kind of riding along. They would literally ride the logs down the river to try and make sure that they didn't get snagged on things on the banks or that nobody would come and steal a log or two, which is a whole different
Yeah, we had
story.
a big lumber area out here
Oh
in
yeah,
that river.
there
Yes,
were a
that was known
hundred
for
different
it. Yes,
sawmills on the Saginaw River in the
yes.
1880s.
Yep.
Anyway, Mrs. McCormick, who ran this as a boarding house, could make some extra money in the spring drive because the lumberjacks would all come down, they'd be here in town. They couldn't get paid until the mills or whoever they were working for got paid for the logs that were coming in and getting deposited in their storage areas down in the Boom Company in
Yeah.
Saginaw. And then when they did, they'd all go home and go to work on the farms.
Mm-hmm.
But they were in town for a while. They needed a quick, cheap place to stay. And then they, of course, the old Hell's Half Mile tradition, they
Yes.
spend the rest of their days in the bars.
Yes.
But the lady pointed out to me when I was touring this as a young guy that those little holes in the treads of these stairs were made by the nails from the caulked boots that the lumberjacks wore to go up. They'd have about a dozen just mattresses spread out up there, and you could rent a bed for a night or two, however long you were going to be in Bay City, and that's where you'd be staying.
And all those are all the old original.
Yeah, old laths here,
Yep.
hand split, and well, some of this looks like these boards maybe were milled, but yeah, they lasted up. They never did plaster that, I don't think.
It's like one big bunkhouse up there.
Yeah, so we're just a bunkhouse.
Basically.
We're only going to be
Awesome.
for a short time in the springtime. But if you're running a boarding house, source of money like that would come in pretty handy.
Exactly. Well, thank you for sharing,
Oh
Bill.
yeah, you're welcome. That just made a huge. But you can tell that they wore those boots in here in
A
this
little
back
porta
bedroom.
potty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original floor itself is all pitted like that.
Mm-hmm. But in here, you can tell that was footprints, not just where they were tacking down the edge of something.
Yep. All little tiny pits without or within. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Awesome.